What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Foregoing. Today we're going to be doing full resonance on A2. Now, for those of you that have been playing this from the very beginning, you should have your A2 at double S if you've been playing this all correctly. You know what you should have done is you should have pulled for this character in the banner first and then used the free shards that you actually get from your event to go ahead and level her up to double S. These shards right here, right? This is a very cheap way to get this girl leveled up and get her maxed out. And once you take her to double S, then you'll actually also get another 30 shards from this event, which I haven't even claimed, which actually leaves you 50 shards left over, which means either you only need to pull her 2 more times in order to get her to triple S, where she gets that 70% defense reduction, or you can just buy these packs that are going to show up later on that's going to give you 40 shards to where you can take her to triple S. It's going to cost about $65. Either way you play it, it's a really good bang for your buck and just amazing. And you know, I always do these videos when it comes to resonance for these characters, just in case someone's not really sure. It's really not all that difficult, to be perfectly honest with you guys. So this is the memory set that most people are generally going to run with A2. The only exception to this would be like if you're going to just run A2 as your mainstay damage dealer at triple S, which gets a 70% defense reduction, and you're just using a S2B and an S9S who you get free from the login event, then you'd have 4 patents with 2 Fredericks, which actually would synergize really well with her kit. And you can actually put the Catherines on, say, 2B, and then have like 2 Phillips on 9S to really get the most damage out of A2. But because I'm going to be using a full near team in my rotations, I'm going to be using 2B as a damage dealer, I'm going to be using 9S as a damage dealer, this is the best set that you're actually going to run with. Now, when it comes to resonance, and I always treat these videos kind of as like the first time ever doing it, whenever you do resonance, it actually shows you the resonance stats that you need right here. So you just click on this and you would hit train and you would go to resonance, and you got a slot 2 or the top slot, you got a bottom slot. On the top slot for a character like A2 who is 100% physical, you're always going to put attack and crit. You're always going to use attack and crit because physical characters, especially when they're 100% physical or even 80% and above, like say A Karenina, they crit quite often, whereas elemental characters don't crit. So having attack and crit on the top slot really isn't a big deal for elemental characters, like say Lucia Plume as an example, but for 100% physical characters, this is the cream of the crop. This is the resonance that you actually want on all of your top slots. And then on the bottom slot, what you're going to want for A2 specifically is this tank passive, the class skill passive right here. This is exactly what you want for all of her bottom slots. And the reason you want that thing is because it's going to enhance her damage, not only for her, but for everybody else on the team. Because once it's enhanced, right? Your tank passive attack lower the target's extra damage reduction by a certain percent. And whenever you do more resonance, whenever you give the class passive for the resonance on the bottom slot, this is going to go up. It's going to allow her to do more damage whenever she comes in even for a QTE. When you're using 2B and 9S, she's going to do even more damage then. So it's really the best way to go as far as your resonance. And the beautiful thing about all these events, whether it's near or whether it's all the other events we've had in the past, they always provide all of the memories that you actually need for resonance in the events, which is actually really nice in these shops. I mean, they got the Catherines here, they got the patents in here. It is nice. And then a whole slew of other memories in here that you can actually do. Now, when it comes to resonance, you really want to focus mainly on, when it comes to near, you really want to focus on A2 if you're going to use her as your main damage dealer. Any character that you use as your main damage dealer, that's the character you really want to focus your resonance on first. That's the characters you always want to focus your resonance on first. And all you got to do is make sure you have 2 of the same memories in order to do full resonance. So you're going to need 4 Catherines here, and you're going to need 8 patents in order to do this. 2 patents per, right? And it doesn't matter what slot you have. So we'll start at the bottom here, and we'll go ahead and open this up, hit train, and let's see what happens, guys. We'll do the top slot first and see what we get. So you have to use the exact same memory. Now, something else about resonance is that whenever you do resonance, it's going to be binded to that character. You see it showing A2 right here. If this was a, another character icon, like say this was alpha or something, then this resonance would bind only to alpha, and the stats that you actually get from this would only be binded to alpha. These stats are only going to be binded to A2. So if I take these memories off of A2 after I resonate them and put them on someone else, they're not going to get those resonated stats. It's only going to apply to the binded memory. Attack and crit. Beautiful. Beautiful. A2 loves me, guys. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. And we'll talk about what you do after. Core passive, I mean, it's okay, but it's definitely not what you want. You want that tank passive. You want tankier class skill, but it's all good. They look the same, but they're not the same. Okay. But I'm really, really happy that I got that attack and crit on top. That is nice. And after you finish it, I mean, getting attacked, guys, by the way, is really good no matter what. Like, if you're getting attacked, this is still really, really good. It's not attack and crit, but it is nice. It's still really nice. I mean, I'm not going to complain when I get attacked, period, whether it's on the bottom slot or the top slot. So I got core passive again. What a shame. They're kind of teasing me a little bit here because this looks exactly like the tank passive, but okay. Bummer, 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 bummer. So we'll go to the patents here and see what we can get. Do that top slot first. And now you see we're using the patent memories. Basic attack. Ew, that's bad. That's bad. Right? That's definitely not what we want. Attack, that's good. That's good. I mean, it's on the bottom slot, right? You're still going to prefer that tank. But like I said, guys, anytime you get attack, I mean, you just, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to this kind of thing. You just kind of take what you can get, and then you try to re-roll them later on. Let's go to the top slot. And you can re-roll these things, right? You can use more memories to just keep re-rolling and re-resonating over and over and over till you get the actual stat that you want. But I'm going to show you something that's actually going to help alleviate a little bit of that problem, or actually eliminate a lot of that problem. It's just going to take you some time in order to do it. Signature move, I mean, so these were really bad. Kind of pretty terrible, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anytime you resonate something, guys, anytime you increase their blue orbs or whatever, it's going to increase their damage, but it just won't be optimal for them. That's kind of the thing. Like, getting this basic attack will help her basic attack damage, but it's not optimal as far as how much damage she can actually do or her damage potential, right? You're trying to hit as high damage ceiling as you can. Getting attack is nice. That's good. All right, we'll do this last one. Okay, and on my free-to-play account, I have perfect resonated stats on my A2. Perfect, which is pretty nice. Sweet, got attack, got attack. And we got attack and crit on bottom. Now, on the bottom, I definitely want that tank, but, this is nice. Probably going to leave it. So the situation that all of us are in, after we end up resonating these memories for the first time, is that you're going to have quite a few that aren't the ones that you want. In fact, I'm going to have to re-roll every one of these in order to get perfect stats. Now, these ones that have attack on them, those are going to be the last ones that I end up re-rolling. Now, since most of us don't get the stats that we want, we don't get the resonated stats that we want, how can you fix this? Well, you can either click back on it, use more of the same memories to re-roll it, like I said earlier, or you can do the for sure thing where if you have these little icons right here, if you have these memory resonance material picks right here, which you can actually farm in the game for free, you can actually guarantee the exact resonated stat that you want. You literally would click on item here, this would pop up in this box, and then you can choose the actual resonated stat that you want. It is guaranteed, and you actually farm for those things in Warzone. You can actually come in Warzone, you go into the war shop here, then you can actually pick these babies up. Now, you can see that they want 2,000 of these materials in order to do this, but you can actually buy 3 of these every month. It's 800 of this material for the first one, it's 1,200 of this material for the second one, then it's 2,000 for the third one. generally what people do is they'll spend, 2,000 of these resources every month to get 2 of these, and you can actually do full, get the exact resonated stats from on your memories twice every single month. I know that takes a long time, but believe me, as someone that's played this game for some time and re-rolled tons and tons of memories, it's still pretty damn nice. And it actually can allow you to focus your materials from events or whatever on other things in the game. So this is kind of what I would advise a lot of you guys is just try to farm in Warzone and try to get these memory resonance material picks so you can guarantee the resonated stats that you want for your characters. That's exactly how I ended up getting the resonated stats for my alpha. As you guys can see, it's perfect except for this one right here. I mean, these are perfect resonated stats except for this one, which will end up re-rolling. It does take time, but you can eventually get there, which is actually really, really nice. And if you guys need a farming for memory guide, just let me know down in the comments below and I will try to provide that for you. So that's pretty much where I'm going to be right now, and where a lot of players are going to be is they're just going to try to get those memory resonance from the Warzone so they can guarantee the exact stats they want, or they're just going to farm for more of these memories and just try to re-roll until they get the actual resonated stat that they want. But I can tell you guys, when you do that, sometimes you can get screwed. I've re-rolled just one of these memories with 15 other memories, which means I re-rolled it 15 times and still didn't get the resonated stat that I want. Right? That's a lot of resources, and I would just prefer just to take my sweet time, get those guaranteed memory resonant chips, so that way you can get the guaranteed resonated stats that you want from your memories. But you play the game however you want. If you want to take the chance and re-roll your memories to get the resonated stats that you want, go for it, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are pretty impatient, me included. And as you guys can see, my BP jumped up quite a bit from having these memories fully resonated, which is another reason why you want to do this. Just going to increase the damage of your characters. So guys, let me know how y'all doing in the game. Let me know what kind of resonated stats you got for your A2. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody.